Howdy, howdy, howdy. This video is for iFix construction. This is Yusuf G. I'm making this video because you guys do foundation repair, and I know you're missing out on a lot of calls. How do I know this? I'm about to show you how. So, real quick. When anybody is looking for a service that you offer, product that you may provide, they're gonna do one of two things. They're gonna either ask someone they know, hey, do you know where I can find this at, or who does this, yada yada yada. And they're going to point out, hey, you should just give iFix a call, right? That's called the word of mouth referral, which is the best because it's like a living testimonial to your work. Or what they're going to do is they are going to go on the internet. They're going to go on their phone or they're going to get on their computer and they're going to search for what they need done, right? So here's the deal. You guys are, I guess, located in Carrollton, Carrollton, concrete contractor in Carrollton, Texas. So if I live in Carrollton and I'm searching for a concrete contractor, this is what's going to pull up. You're going to have these top three businesses show up, and these top three businesses are going to get one of the first calls, and it's usually the one with the best reviews. Like so, probably or Ramir, whatever. He's going to get the first call, right? And then it's probably going to be Dallas Concrete Company, and then probably Taco. If yeah, so his number's right there, right? These map listings get 70% of the phone calls. Now, if I'm lying, I'm dying. I'm about to show you something. This map listing or this heat map shows where your map listing is and is not being shown in those top results. So this is your map listing, right? Just go ahead and give you guys a review real fast. This map listing builds trust with the public and it builds trust with Google. So this thing is pretty much asset. An asset. An asset because you get 70% of the calls, right? And this heat map shows everywhere you are and are not being located. So I literally have to be right where you got your office is in the same neighborhood or the same area. And if I type in concrete contractor on Google, yeah, you're gonna show up as number one. But if I go down the street, either left, right, up, or down, um, you're not gonna be in those top results. So we got Plano, TAS, and Elements. You can actually see how these guys are ranking. So for Plano concrete contractor, everywhere you see a 1, 2, and a 3 in these areas right here, they're being shown in those top three results right here. Okay. Everywhere else, they're just missing out on calls, just like you. So again, uh, let me just show you some examples. So one thing you could do, make sure you optimize this map listing, keep building reviews, right? And your website, of course, website is an asset as well, but only if it's on the front page. So when these things aren't on the front page, it's just a brochure in your uncle's closet. Like nobody's gonna see it, right? But still, you still want to keep building onto it and still keep trying to rank it. Now I'm gonna show you some examples of what it's like whenever your map listing and your website is on the front page. So here's a map listing. See, Philadelphia, pretty big city, right? And this map listing is number one for foundation repair and waterproofing in this whole area. Whole area. Number one, number one, number one, number one. Right? So what does that do? What does that do? Okay, well, it generates 163 calls within the last 30 days. Right? We can go to any period. You're going to see something very similar to this number. Right? It ranges from 100 to 200 calls a month. Right? And we all know that this is a very high ticket niche or industry, multi-million-dollar industry every year. Okay. So when you get a lot of these calls, You don't have to take every single one. Of course, you can't do 163 jobs every month, right? But what you can do is you might be able to sub some of these out. You could pick out the big fish and only do the job, like the big paying job that you want, right? When you have more volume and you have more options, you don't have to take every single thing that's given to you. You can be like, you can skip the little fish, keep the big fish, right? Throw the little fish back in the water, or just pass it to one of your competitors. Sell them the job or the lead or whatever you want, right? So what we do here is, like, let's just say you could either you could do both of these, but like one thing you want to do is just rank your website on page one, because there's 10 spots here. There's 10 spots. These other ones are just ads. I don't see anybody paying. Okay, or we can build a lead gen, which is kind of like what this is over here that we did in Philadelphia and a lot of other cities. And when it gets to page one, of course, it's going to start generating calls, and they call your company through our lead gen, right? And you pretty much land and take care of that client. Like, you close that client and you do that job. But regardless, you got to be on page one, because this is, especially in these maps, because this is where the magic happens. 70%. This is the traffic that these top three map listings get, is 70%. Okay, Dallas. So if you have any more questions about anything I just said, hopefully this makes sense. So you have a map listing, you have a website, you want to rank it on the page one. What that's going to do is start generating a bunch of phone calls, right? Or you can do that and build lead gen in different cities and start occupying the front page in those other cities and generating more leads and jobs like that. So I'm going to send you a copy of this video and a copy of your heat map. Okay, a copy of your heat map. That way you can play around with it. And just know that, like, you're missing out on like a ton of calls just based off of Google search alone, right? Because there's a reason why Google's the number one website or search engine in the United States of America. Because everybody goes to it, whether they're looking for, it doesn't matter what they're looking for, like kitchen utensils or silverware or plastic surgeon or concrete contractors. Like, they're going to Google searching for it. They're calling those top businesses in these map listings. Okay. Thanks for watching.